What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Friday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. We're here every single morning on BettingPros.com, on YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. We're always being brought to you by BetMGM. It's a Friday. Great time to use the BetMGM offer for the Don't Bet a Parlay parlay. We are 6-22. Although we hit it last week, it was dropped down to a plus 450 podcast or parlay last week. So it didn't qualify for the 6. Really, it's 7-22, but it didn't qualify. So 6-22 all time, up 17 units, really up 21 units for us with the Don't Bet a Parlay parlay. That $100 offer is always above me on YouTube. You guys can bet $20 to win $100 on any event using that promo code JUICE100 at betmgm.com or on a BetMGM application if it's available in your state. All right, so let's talk about a couple things here at the front. One, I'm burned to a crisp. You can see me on that on YouTube. Golfing today was pretty good. We golfed at Wolf's Creek, 9-9. We're playing $10 a hole, and we wound up, well, no blood. We're playing again today. So I'm golfing again today, second day of the bachelor party, and today is going to be a bigger outing. It was 4 guys yesterday. Today it's going to be, I think, 10 or 12. They're going to be out there playing. And then things get really hairy. Okay, so here's what's going to happen on Saturday for the podcast. Just FYI, I'm staying at Virgin. I'm going to be bringing my radio equipment with me to record the podcast from the Virgin Casino Resort property. Why? Well, we're playing golf, and then we're eating dinner, and we're going to a club. And tomorrow night really is the bachelor party of the bachelor party. So I'll be recording, I don't know, after golf at some point in the afternoon. I'll record the podcast and post it, and then all hell will break loose on Friday night. And then don't ask me what happens on Saturday and how because Saturday, then we get up after the bachelor party, and then we have a day club party, beach party at Virgin as well. So it's going to be a pretty crazy 24 hours. So that'll help me get my mind off what's been going on right now this week, because it's been a really bad week. I don't run from this, guys. I mean, this is where I tell you, if you want to fade my bets and if it cashes for you, that's tremendous. I am not angry. We went 0-2 again last night. And that's on the podcast officially. We've missed I think we missed 7 bets in a row. I think that's right. No, 8 bets in a row. I think, right? 0-3, 0-3, 0-2, right? I think that's what we've gone. We've missed 8 bets. We're 0-8 this week on the podcast. I mean, this is one of our worst weeks in the 2-year existence or year and a quarter existence of the Daily Juice podcast. This is a really bad week. You're going to have them, okay? You're just going to have them. And it happens in this business, and it's tough. And last night, look, here's what happens when things are going poorly for you, okay? Jalen Hurts was supposed to start the game for the Eagles. They pulled him out because of an illness, which was a lie. He was dancing fully dressed, and they decided they were never going to play him. They were just playing possum. They were just lying to the public and lying to the Patriots. And it pissed off the Patriots. And the Patriots went ahead and smashed their faces in and blew their doors off and scored 35 points. They should have won 40-0, but their idiot kicker missed 5 points, a field goal, and 2 extra points. How the hell does that happen? I have no idea. But the over should have gone over by 1.5. We should have covered that over 30 at 8.5. That was the right side to be on. So it's a little frustrating. It's angering. I'm mad about it. And I'm a little bit frustrated today, but I am backfiring because you got to believe in yourself. Shooters shoot, right? 0 for 10, 0 for 20, 0 for 30. You got to trust and believe in yourself. And just because you're missing, the right side was the over. It was not the right side to bet the Eagles, but they pulled out Jalen Hurts, so the entire game was crap. I mean, they punted on the game. You knew it. I mean, the second they pulled Hurts out, that's it. And that's preseason, okay? You can say, Matt, that's why you don't bet on preseason. Okay, I'll give you that. But the over was the right side, and it should have been 40-0, and the Patriots should have covered the entire total themselves. Eagles are pathetic right now, and Nick Sirianni's got to be real careful here. I don't know if he realizes he's in Philadelphia with a bunch of baby coaches. Have you seen the average age of the coaching staff with the Eagles? It's the youngest coaching staff in the business in the NFL. And you're up against Belichick, and all the reports come out of practice where the Eagles were schooling the Patriots. Okay, well, Belichick sure stopped that conversation really quick. 35-0, the ending. At least it wasn't 38-0. That would have killed me if it was 38-0 we lost on the hook. Instead, we lost 35-0. But, you know, Nick Mullins is not an NFL quarterback, and the Eagles are they're not going to be very good this year. I think the entire NFC East, again, is not going to be very good. Dallas has got quarterback problems. The Giants are a mess. Eagles look like they're a mess. Washington very well might win the division again. More on them a little bit later on in the show here on the podcast. Okay, so here's what I got going for you guys today. I have one football bet, and I've got two baseball bets that I'm going to jump into, and I've got the parlay. Okay, so I normally give you the parlay kind of right at the top, and I'm going to give you the parlay here kind of out of the gates right at the top here of the podcast. Okay, this is a plus 660 parlay. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to bet this because one of the plays worries me a little bit, but I needed something to get me over that 600 threshold. It was only plus 450 when I was going to parlay the three bets together, so I had to add another one. So let's start with the one that I'm a little bit uncomfortable with, and that's the Red Sox and Chris Sale. Okay, Red Sox Chris Sale on the run line, -1.5 is -165. I have seen books already at 2.5 for the run line against Texas. One of the worst teams on the road. We've talked about this, and we've been waiting to bet against Texas. Given their road record, they are awful. The Red Sox are reeling. They need Chris Sale to be great. He was great in his first start. Red Sox need to bounce back after that horrible beatdown the Yankees gave them. It's a good spot. I just don't like the juice at -165. But leg one, Red Sox run line against Texas. Leg two, the Rockies are at home. We like that. And the Diamondbacks are coming in. Like that. Diamondbacks suck on the road. Rockies, great at home. Pitching matchup. I don't really care about it. Gilbert versus Gober. Doesn't matter to me. We are going to go and jump in here with the Rockies on the run line at -103. Rockies run line, -103. And then the Aiken is going for the Orioles. And when that guy's pitching, it's an automatic fade. Like automatic fire. He's horrible. The Orioles... we'll talk more about that here in just 1 second, but the Orioles are so bad right now. It is they're at home, and they're so bad. Atlanta on the run line, we get the full 9 at-bats for Atlanta, which is good for the run line. Atlanta, -1.5 is -146. Okay, -146. And then I do have one bet on the preseason, and if I'm a little shaky on the Red Sox, this is the next one. I'm a little bit like, I'm not positive because of what happened last night, and maybe I'm due to cool off my betting on preseason. But Washington is 5.5-point favorites in their game here tonight against the Bengals. We're going to bet money line. Washington -230. Just win the game for Washington -230. We know that there's going to be no one for the Bengals really playing. We know Joe Burrow's not playing. And we know Washington's going to play a lot of their starters. So heavy juice on Washington -230. That's a plus 660 parlay for us here. We are 6-22 all time on the parlay. Red Sox run line, Rockies run line, Braves run line, Washington. We're going money line at -230 for the Don't Bet a Parlay on a Friday. You can use that for the BetMGM offer if you would like. It's $20. Automatically, you'll win $100 in free wagers, whether it hits or not. If it does wind up hitting, you got over nearly, buck. Well, you win $140 basically if you go ahead and jump on that with $20. So if it hits, it's $140. If it doesn't, you win $100. So not a bad deal using the BetMGM offer with Juice 100 if you want to jump in on that. Okay, that's the parlay. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to make that bet or not myself. I might. Okay, so let's talk about the plays on baseball. I told you the Braves and the Orioles. Okay, the Orioles are 17-37 at home. Braves are 34-27. Max Fried up against Keegan Aiken. Keegan Aiken is awful. Okay, we know Keegan Aiken is awful. We've been fading this guy for a bit. He's just an absolute tomato can. Okay, he's a tomato can. He's 0-7 with an 8.13 ERA. He was okay his last time against the Red Sox, where he pitched 3 innings and 4 innings pitched, 3 innings, 3 runs given up, but 6 runs given up to Detroit and 6 runs to Kansas City. He did pitch a little okay against the Yankees in Detroit in relief, but he gets the start here. And the Orioles at home, regardless of how Aiken pitches, the bullpen just is absolutely awful. This run that the Orioles are on is unreal, okay? Let's talk about how bad. They've lost 15 games in a row, okay? They've lost every game on the run line, guys. They've lost every game on the run line. 7-2, 8-4, 10-0, 9-2, 6-2, 16-2, 8-1, 6-4, 5-2, 9-4, 9-6, 12-3, 10-6, 10-4, 13-1. They haven't even lost one of these games by 2 runs yet. They haven't even lost by 2 runs. They are a AAA team, if that may be a AA team. They're getting killed. It is absolutely embarrassing. We're going to lay the minus 146 here with the Braves. Run line, Braves, minus 146 for a half a unit. Okay, and then we come back with the Rockies at home up against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Look, these are going to be very popular in public plays. I'm not going to deny this is public stuff. That I'm just going with the numbers here and going with what we have seen and just trying to say, look, at these were hitting for us before. We're going to play the odds, and the odds are that the Diamondbacks continue to play horrifically on the road. They're 14-45 on the road. The Rockies are 20 games over 500. They're 41-21 on the road. They've won 3 games in a row. D-backs have won 3 games in a row, but I don't really care about that, just given the fact that how bad they are on the road. It's just an automatic fade when the Diamondbacks are on the road. And you've got a Colorado team that's played so well at home recently. It's been unbelievable to see how well they've played at home. And so far, games being played in Denver this year, it's been Diamondbacks have won 1 game in Denver. That was the first game of the year. They lost 8-0. They've lost 7-3. They've lost 7-1, 7-6, 4-3, and that's it. So now we're here back playing in Denver, in Colorado. I'm going to again come back with the Rockies on the run line and lay the minus 103 here. It's Gomber against Gilbert. And, I mean, again, I'm not expecting the total is 12, so we're going to have some runs here. But I do like Colorado here with the way they're playing and the way they're scoring. And I think they will win on the run line. I'm going to lay the minus 103 here. You might want to take money line. I don't mind that. If you want to lay the juice and lay money line, that's fine. But because I'm already laying minus 146 juice on the Braves, I don't really want to come back here and lay minus more 150, 160 on the run line here. I'm just going to lay it on the Rockies. Minus 103 run line for the Rockies here against the Diamondbacks. So that's 1 unit in baseball that we're going to go in here, just basically fading really bad teams on the road and hoping it continues. Good teams at home and bad teams on the road. Okay? There is one play I'm going to give you for football here. We're 9-6 now on preseason football. Opened up 9-2, right? I think we've lost our last 3 bets on football. So we've cooled here on preseason football, but I'm going to keep on firing. And here's one adage. There is an old betting acronym of following the line movement in the preseason. And you don't want to cross key numbers, but Kansas City is minus 3 tonight in their game against the Cardinals. And Andy Reid, unless he's lying, and look, we just got lied to by the Eagles, but unless he's lying, he's playing his starters for the first half, okay? And that may very well include Patrick Mahomes, okay? So we got to wait. I mean, who the heck knows? Maybe you want to wait to see if Patrick Mahomes plays. I'm going to fire on it anyway, and I'm going to take minus 3 for Kansas City. And here's why. I think you're going to see this Chiefs team go out there and try to run their typical offense to get everybody ready. Andy Reid has said that he wants to get his starters, together for a quarter or two just to get everyone used to playing. Like, he doesn't want the first time the ones are all together, and with the new offensive line that Patrick Mahomes has in front of him, he wants that line to be in game shape or at least have some game experience with Patrick Mahomes before they start game number 1. Is it risky to play Patrick Mahomes? Of course it would be. Could they scrap him right before the game? Absolutely. Do I think they're going to? No, I don't, actually. I think they're going to play him. And I think they're going to play the first half pretty aggressively. And I think they're going to play their defensive starters pretty aggressively. I think Arizona's going to have some trouble. I think they're going to struggle here. And I'm not sure Kyler Murray's going to play. And, I mean, we know DeAndre Hopkins is not playing. Maybe Murray plays a series. Maybe he doesn't. Okay, there's been pretty much like they're not going to risk Kyler Murray getting hurt in the preseason. So I think this could be a big mismatch here, and the line movement is one that I'm going to follow. Okay, I don't think it's a horrible idea to follow the line movement. Kansas City minus 3. It's gone from minus 2 to minus 3. Don't cross 3. Okay, don't cross 3. If it's 3.5, buy the half a point. If it's 4, forget it. Just let it go. Okay. The number is important to me. 3 is an important number, okay? KC -3, half a unit is what we're going to jump in on. Okay? So, to recap the plays here, the parlay, Red Sox run line, Rockies run line, Braves run line, Washington money line, 4 legs, plus 660. Braves run line, half a unit. Rockies run line, half a unit. Kansas City -3, half a unit. 3 plays officially for the podcast here today for a Friday, which will be a fun Friday for me. Win or lose with these bets will be a fun Friday for me on the golf course once again. And the weather in Vegas is unbelievable. It was 90 degrees today the entire round. It was gorgeous, so fun. So look, we are so close to the sort of football, real football, not fake football, not having players get scratched right before and idiot kickers missing kicks and plays and whatnot. So if you want to fade all 3 of these plays, you're not going to make me upset. Just so you know that, okay? This is a free podcast. It's a free video. If I'm losing and you want to go against me, go ahead. I'm not angry. I like these plays, but I like this week. I've liked every play I've made this week, and I've lost pretty much all of them. So it's been a rough run. Hopefully we end Friday, maybe Saturday, Sunday, maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We can turn things around a little bit and have a better week and get the ship back on the right track as we head towards the first official week of the college football season coming up next weekend. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt each and every morning. It's the Daily Juice Podcast right here on BettingPros.com, brought to you by BetMGM.